Hi, everyone. These are the notes for 6.1, chromosomes and meiosis. Yes, we are mixing chapters. We like to do mitosis and meiosis together. They're two kind of related processes that we like. Anyways, bell work, either look it up or pay attention when we talk about it in class. So essential question, how are traits passed through generations? Our key concept, all of our cells have 46 chromosomes set up in pairs, except for our gametes, which is our fancy science name for our sex cells. We've talked about how we have to have fancy science names for everything. We can't just call them sex cells. So humans, we have body cells and we have sex cells. Body cells, the fancy science name for that, are called somatic cells. And those are 99% of the cells in our body, our heart, our liver, our skin, our brain, our stomach. Those are all collectively, as a group, called somatic cells. We also have sex cells. Sex cells are called gametes. They can also be called germ cells. So sex cells actually have two fancy science names, gametes or germ cells. They're located in the ovaries or the testes, depending on which one you have. And they are known as egg and sperm. Gametes, the germ cells, the egg and sperm, these cells are the cells that have the DNA that gets passed to offspring. These are the cells that make babies, so that's the DNA that gets passed on. Homologous. We have talked about the prefix homo before. Homo means same. And then logous just means structure. So homologous chromosomes, you're going to hear that word a lot this chapter, are two chromosomes with the same structure. That's all that is. It's a big word. If you break it down, it's actually really simple. Human chromosomes, all human somatic cells, so all of our body cells, have 23 pairs of homologous chromosomes, which means there are 46 altogether. 23 times 2, pair is 2, means 46. Diploid cells. These are the cells that have 2 copies of every chromosome. We get those 2 copies from our parents, one from mom, one from dad. All of our body cells are diploid. So this is a characteristic of our body cells, of our somatic cells. The other cells we have, our sperm and eggs, our sex cells, those are called haploid cells because they have half the information. So you remember the prefix di means 2. We talked about disaccharides a long time ago. Those are 2 sugars. Diploid has 2 pairs of chromosomes, diploid cells. Haploid cells have half of that. So they only have 1 copy of every chromosome. And all of our gametes, our sex cells, are haploid. So remember, haploid cells have half of the chromosomes, half the normal chromosome number. And karyotype, this is a picture of all human chromosomes paired up with their homologous partners. Pairs 1 through 22 are called autosomes, and they are responsible for most of the characteristics in our bodies. And then pair 23, the last one on the very bottom right, those are special. Those are our sex chromosomes. Those determine gender normally. Now, are there exceptions? Yes, there are also exceptions, but we don't talk about that until my college class if you ever want to take it. So if a person has 2 X chromosomes, normally they are a girl, they are a female. If a person has an X and a Y chromosome, typically they are a boy. An easy way to remember that is the word boy. What does the word boy end in? Y. So boys have Ys. Boys have the X and the Y chromosome. And you guys are actually going to be putting a karyotype together and figuring out the gender of your karyotype. And you're also going to figure out whether your karyotype is normal or abnormal. Like I said, we are supposed to have 46 chromosomes. Sometimes people end up with 47. Sometimes people end up with 45. And the chromosome, this karyotype, is the way to figure that out before a child is born. We will talk about that more in our activity this week.